As Boston College begins with possession, and we're underway. So they immediately try to gun it forward for an opportunity, and North Carolina takes it away. Olmark with a pass ahead. Down at Olivia Thomas's feet. And the flag goes up on her pass ahead. So quick pace for both sides to begin this one.
It's a perfect night for some soccer. That's perfect weather and this meaningful game on the line. Both teams are looking to secure a victory. So I love the energy that we're seeing in the opening minute of this match.
Shippey sends it up for Boston College. That was tapped down by Ashley Roberts out to Emily Mara. Physical defense by the freshman Hope Munson.
You can see them shoulder to shoulder. Hope Munson is looking to see it out to earn a goal kick for the Tar Heels. Just a good bit of defensive play to use her body well.
Munson, one of 3 freshmen in the starting lineup for the Tar Heels. And North Carolina pushing tempo.
Boston College is going to look to be incredibly compact, especially through that midfield. So for Carolina, they're going to have to dictate the tempo and make sure that they're changing the point so that they have those pockets to exploit in the midfield to turn and play forward.
Munson with it. Errant pass taken away by Sophie Reel. Tessa De La Rose there on the defense. And comes away with the takeaway. So that will roll off the inline. Tessa De La Rose, someone who's back in the lineup for North Carolina, a welcome addition after she missed some time.
Tessa De La Rose is such an important player for the Tar Heels. She offers a little bit of calmness in the midfield. She's so good in possession, and she's one of the fittest players, if not the fittest player on this roster. She's going to be the engine in that midfield.
So now a corner kick, the first of the night. Roberts, low lying. Tapped away. And here's Thomas.
Just an excellent bit of defending there from Bella Douglas, just to step out into Thomas, because if Thomas evades that pressure there, she's off to the races and behind.
It ends up back with North Carolina. Bella Devi gives way to Ashley Penny. Now De La Rose. Munson. And it's sent away by Boston College's defense. Now they clear it ahead. Mara with a lot of space. The cross deflected by Avon Alvarez. And chased down, so North Carolina is going to come away with this. Not for long, though, as it goes back to the Eagles, and an overpass goes out. This is a lot different than maybe if you looked at the schedule and the results for Boston College, you would expect out of the chute for them. They've played their way to 4-0-0 ties, Brianna. So obviously a defensive-minded team. Not that they're not trying to score, but it's been an aggressive look to attack for them.
I really like this state of mind that the Eagles have had thus far. They've been really decisive in their movement off the ball. Here we have an errant pass, but overall the energy is there, and it's still relatively early on in the ACC play, and they have an opportunity to make a name for themselves. So what better opportunity than to come to Carolina and try and secure a victory?
North Carolina set play on the throw-in, and offside. Otherwise, right idea. Little tap into the box to Thomas. Long throw for Olmark. Nice sidestep to get around the defender. Took a moment for someone to be down there with her. The cross knocked around and pulled in by Shippey.
I like that little bit of hesitation from Olmark when she was on that left-hand flank. It buys her a half second to serve in the ball to that back post. Ultimately, it wasn't connected on, but right idea just to connect in the box.
More physical play out of Hope Munson. This time it draws a whistle. Sophia Lowenberg sends it down to the corner. Munson knocks it away.
I like seeing Munson in this outside back role. She also is someone who has a little bit of versatility, but her athleticism is going to allow her to paint this sideline because Carolina is going to ask a lot of her, both defensively and offensively.
Regains possession with some pressure there on the throw-in. Munson chasing down Mara and allowing it to go out for a North Carolina goal kick.
This is the physicality that's made this game exciting here in the first 7 minutes. Just such a good job from Munson just to shield it out, use her body well yet again.
Olmark with a ball ahead for North Carolina. Back for Devi. Into the box, but a quick reaction by BC to get it out. So the Tar Heels wasting no time trying to attack and get into a good spot. Now it's into space. Stella Rose chases it down, and it's out off of Mara.
We've called Mara's name several times here in the first few minutes, and just the activity level that she's had. She's challenging for every ball, looking to get in behind. I really am looking forward to seeing this matchup between Mara and Munson.
It's been a lot of fun already. Tar Heels unable to complete a pass to the midfield. Thomas with the pressure. Lauren Malsom a pass ahead. And the cross headed away. Boston College, as advertised defensively, they've really held their form and maybe have created an opportunity here. The pass ahead, too far.
In this last transition moment, the two Carolina Central defenders offered to step back instead of challenge the initial ball, and it created a lot of space for Sophie Reel to get on the ball and then drive forward. I think they would have saved themselves a long run had they challenged because they were numbers up and had the opportunity to go make sure that they kept the ball in the attacking half.
So now it's BC. And North Carolina ends up with it. So a lot of possession so far in stressful areas of the pitch, but not many quality looks for either team thus far. Really well played early on. Belligatino sprinting to get it ahead. One touch, and it's off the crossbar for Belladevi. She tried it long with her left.
How about this shot from Belladevi? She sees it on her left foot, has tons of space to hit it first time. Opts to go towards that near post, but it strikes the crossbar. That's the best look of the opening half so far.
Pass too far ahead. And Hannah Johan will have her first touch and her first start at goalkeeper.
Hannah Johan is a player that Coach Nahas talks about with her level of leadership that she offers in between the goal, and just the way she's kept such a positive attitude when she wasn't playing and continued to develop in training. She's getting her moment, and hopefully she will make the most of it with this opportunity.
It was interesting to hear Coach Nahas talk about the goalkeeper room and the battle, and look at this long ball ahead for Olivia Thomas. Covered up. Munson all the way up front had a chance at it as well for North Carolina. So BC settles things down. But a goalkeeper battle, not necessarily something you see many years for this North Carolina program. And Coach Nahas told us earlier in the week, he said nobody's really separated themselves. That's not to say that there hasn't been good play in the net. So Johan gets her opportunity tonight.
One of the questions he asked his goalkeeper union is whether they want to be number one, and that's not a question that you just answer to verbally. It's how you act in training away from the time from the field. So they have to do a lot to set themselves apart to become that number one.
Really tight defense from Alvarez there. It creates another corner kick for Boston College. Roberts last time served it a little low. Got it up a bit that time. Header clean, but booted away from the goal line. Long shot try right into Johan's chest.
Just a good job there from Carolina just to get their lineup when it was cleared, because it allowed Johan to make a save without much traffic directly in front of her.
More pushing for North Carolina. Kind of tried some big swings, some long balls early in this one. De La Rose can't handle it on the first touch. And it pings around a little bit for Ashley Penny. Tar Heels will slow things down, maybe a bit more deliberate here. Thomas lost her defender, but it's because of a foul.
A little bit of a push there from Thomas, but you could see that she was trying to create a little bit of separation to receive the pass. Good positioning there from Boston College Eagles, though. As number 25, Sophia Lowenberg.
Pretty young team. Lowenberg, the only senior in the starting lineup for Boston College. Mara again chased down by Munson. It'll stay with the Eagles, but another impressive defensive play.
How about that closing speed from Hope Munson? Just the way she takes a direct angle to the ball and clears it out for a throw-in.
And Mara can't handle. Near that end line, goal kick, North Carolina. Long pass intended for Thomas. Olmark had it for a moment. Lydia Poulin with some space for Boston College.
Good space there from Ashley Roberts just to bring it down and change the point.
Georgina Clark touches ahead. And North Carolina with the defense closes in on it. Olmark unable to keep possession at midfield. Lowenberg to Mara. Poulin there to help her out. Mara the cross. Sails through everybody. And now ahead of steam for North Carolina. Foul stays with the Tar Heels.
It's a little bit of a risky pass there back to Gattino. Does a good job just to control it and retain possession and earn a foul. Allows Carolina to get their numbers higher up the field and restart their attack.
Kate Faasse pulls it in. Touched out, so North Carolina keeps it, though they didn't really have numbers there. So North Carolina, this seems to be, Brianna, where they've kind of had trouble. They get it to midfield, but then entering that attacking third without sort of the high arcing ball.
I think the high arcing ball is where Carolina has lost a lot of possession. They've got to keep the ball on the floor, keep it moving, 1-2 touch rhythm, and then have the movement off the ball to support those passes. And then once they sustain their build in and around the box, then they can be more decisive about where they're trying to create isolation so that they can attack the box to have a shot or put in a good service.
And even there, they tried the set piece. It lands short. Ultimately results in North Carolina having it in the box, but Munson's pass taken away by Lowenberg, then poked by De La Rose.
But as soon as you win it in that attacking half, you've got to connect the first pass. It can't be turnover after turnover. And one of the ways Carolina will help themselves is by having their head on a swivel, knowing where they're going to go with their first touch and then where they're playing it next.
Penny passes into space. Alvarez ahead, Munson all the way up front. This time Mara knocks it away defensively. De La Rose, right place, right time. Munson centers it up. Out for Faasse now. Chips it, and an easy save for Olivia Shippey.
See, this is something I expect more of out of Faasse. I think she had a little bit of isolation there. Can she drive to the end line and then look for a cutback? Because serving the goalkeeper is not at her standard for the level of player she is.
Faasse, the Herman Trophy winner a season ago, the 8th time in program history a North Carolina Tar Heel has won that honor.
As Carolina looks to switch the point of attack, you can see how Munson's positioning is drawing Mara back.
Pass goes through Olivia Thomas. Munson with a run at it, and Shippey beats her to the loose ball.
Just a brave bit of goalkeeping there from Shippey. I mean, if Hope Munson's running at you full speed, you have to come up big and not be afraid to put your body behind the ball and make a stop, because otherwise, if Hope Munson touches it around her, it's a clear goal for Carolina. looks to be in a little bit of pain just from their collision. Hopefully she's able to return to her feet and continue tending to the goal as she has been.
And we've seen Munson's speed in the form of defensive closing speed. That time it was an all-out sprint to get to it for a goal opportunity. And on the second look, I said Shippey beat Munson to the ball. I don't necessarily think that's true. Shippey just had herself in a good position to where she could stop it.
Well, the advantage is always going to go to the goalkeeper, because when they have to come down so low and put their face in danger's way, you know, you have to protect the goalkeeper always. But, you know, credit to Munson just for being in that position, because it went under the foot of Olivia Thomas, and she happened to be high enough to where she could challenge for that ball. But this outside back position suits her so well, because she's going to be able to show more of her attacking ability.
Shippey testing herself out to see if she can continue. That pretty strong indication there. The hard nod, yes, I'm good to go. A good sign for Boston College. 6 shutouts on the season for Olivia Shippey.
It seems like the first 20 minutes flew by just because there was such incredible energy from both teams. Right now there have been 2 corner kicks in favor of Boston College, which shows that they've been able to get up and in the box on this right-hand side.
Headed a couple of times, first by Alvarez of North Carolina. And now Andy Wright, who just entered for Boston College. She went up for the 50-50.
The ball sailed directly above both of their heads, and as they went to challenge for that 50-50 ball, they knocked heads. So as we mentioned, the ball was directly overhead. They both missed it and caught each other. It was Avon Alvarez that made contact with her head. That's Andy Wright. That's down. Appears to have a little bit of blood, but Coach Nehaasen is just checking on both players just to make sure that they are all right. Because you never like to see this with head injuries in this sport.
No doubt, always scary. So both players will get attention. So there's Damon Nahas, second season at the helm as the head coach for this North Carolina team. So you mentioned it, Brianna, first 20 minutes, lightning fast, it felt like. Now we've had a couple of consecutive stoppages. How do you anticipate that's going to affect things?
Well, I mean, one half of the field, you can see Carolina collaborating on how they're going to make something out of this first half. And then BC, I think they've defended quite well and have done a good job getting up on this right side because there's been a little combination play and isolation. So I think these next 5 minutes are going to be really important because although there was a stoppage, they've got to re-inject that energy that they had that made them successful for both teams.
Caitlin Mara now into the game in place of Alvarez for North Carolina. This is neat because we've mentioned Emily Mara's name a couple of times, number 4 for Boston College. The sisters playing against each other here at the collegiate level for the first time. Tessa De La Rose. Long pass intended for Munson, and she can't keep it in.
But what a special moment for the Mera family. Just to have two girls in the ACC competing against each other is probably so special. And it shows how competitive they must have been growing up, competing with each other and trying to get to their highest potential.
Headed out by Munson, so Boston College is going to eke its way forward. Now back to North Carolina for a throw-in. So in the initial couple of plays coming out of those two stoppages, maybe a little bit clunky.
Yeah, the ball's gone out of bounds quite a bit. There's been clearances one after another. But here lies a great opportunity for Carolina to get the ball in quickly and keep that tempo that we talked about earlier.
They go well ahead to Olmark. She gets around Lowenberg. Olmark, nice through ball to Faasse. And she kept it in, but Boston College all over it.
That was an excellent bit of hold-up play from Olmark just to seal off the defender, spin in behind, and then play the pass into Faasse. Faasse had the right idea to cut it back, but her momentum was taking her out of the field.
Set opportunity for North Carolina, trying to find Olivia Thomas. Tapped away. Mera on a run for Boston College and chased down. Some pressure on that pass. But she ends up with it again. Against Munson, gets the cross, but it is well behind the net.
In that last transition moment, Carolina did such a good job just to get numbers behind the ball and slow down the counterattack. Mera did such a good job just carrying it forward. Wasn't able to connect. Carolina cleared it, but she ended up back with the ball. I think on that opportunity, can she whip it in to keep the ball in play? Because there were many trailing runners trying to get into the box.
Gattino a little slow to get up for North Carolina on that play. Seems to be fine. Whistle to slow things down. So North Carolina still a bit frenetic with the ball at their feet.
I think in those moments they're holding on to the ball a little long for my liking. Again, if Carolina can get in a touch play rhythm where they're changing the point, it will force some spaces to open up in BC's compact shape.
Thomas takes it herself around a defender, strikes with her left, and it's wide left. Really kind of trying to force the issue. North Carolina's leading scorer without many clear opportunities so far.
Yeah, we haven't called Thomas's name much at all in this first half. And she's someone that can be such a big difference maker for the Tar Heels. So on the opportunity that she got, which was rare in the last few minutes, she's trying to get a shot up just to inject some energy into this game.
Thomas a deflection deep into the corner now for Lowenberg. BC keeps the pass in. North Carolina the takeaway. Ahead for Olmark.
Just an iffy bit of footwork there from Olmark. Receives it in tight spaces and is able to get out of pressure and find feet.
Faasse to Devi in the corner. Back out. Faasse finds Olmark, center of the box. She gets tangled up and can't connect on it.
Olmark was looking for any bit of space just to control this ball, because right look from Faasse, her second touch gets away from her, and she tries to create a little bit of separation, but there wasn't an opportunity for her to get a shot off. I think in that moment, when you're in a tight space and you don't have a ton of time to get a shot off, offer her a toe poke, because the toe poke leaves little time for the goalkeeper to react.
Mara hits it out of bounds. So now Thomas tries to revert over to Faasse, who cannot run it down. But that's what this BC defense was doing to North Carolina, right? I mean, possession has been heavy, at least in the attacking half for the Tar Heels, at times in the attacking third. But they really haven't had much space to get clear shots away.
Boston College has done an exceptional job closing the direct goal channel, so they're trying to create as much traffic in front of goal so that Carolina can't get any quality shots on target. But it's the way they've shown that pressure and cover defensively, and have really shown up for one another on that back line.
Debbie wins it for North Carolina, and now they'll reset. Gattino ahead, Olmark has it. Gattino again. Ahead for Thomas, one touch, spins around, puts a foot on it. Lydia Poulin was there. Poulin creates the takeaway for Boston College.
Nice, well done to probe on that dribble and get out of pressure and then find a forward pass. That was Amalia Dre from Boston College.
And the pass a touch far. So North Carolina back with it. I mean, this has been very aggressive attacking for both sides, but only 6 combined shots, only 2 combined on goal, 1 for each team. Really well played defensively by both. Nobody there for BC on the Poulin pass.
Ruled there for a little bit of a high kick. It was Caitlin Mara that tried to head it and then was challenged by Sophie Reel. The texture in the passes to Olmark are not good enough so far. You've got to make sure that it's rolled into her feet so that she can set her feet, hold off the defender, control it, and then lay it off. Because if it's played into her waist, it gives BC the opportunity to just run through her and then win the ball back.
It also increases the likelihood that it's a miss touch on the first, right? I mean,
most definitely.
She's gifted, but she's not able every time to bring that one down and have it cleanly to her feet.
Well, if it's into your waist, there's no opportunity to play it one time. And with pressure directly behind you, you've got to make sure you're efficient with every touch. So again, the ball matters, and then also how she's positioning herself to receive it matters as well.
North Carolina forces the takeaway.
But I think the quality of the passes has been something of note of why Carolina has struggled a little bit to get clear looks on goal. They have to think a little bit more about the texture of the pass, but also to which foot they're playing it. You've got to make your teammate look good by making sure that they can receive it into space or turn appropriately so that they can make the most of that touch.
Flag up there, offside. And it's back to North Carolina. Olmark stays on her feet, stays with it, and Lowenberg taps it away.
Lowenberg is called for the foul on Olmark. Olmark did such a good job just to keep her balance and try and retain that ball, but her final touch got a little bit away from her, and that's where Lowenberg came in. We have another look, but see this touch, it's a little bit long. Lowenberg does get the ball, but she also gets Olmark, and it's ruled a foul.
Set chance for North Carolina. Tessa Della Rose over top of the ball. Sends it in over Thomas's head. Della Rose trying to regain it for North Carolina. Munson dribbles out of trouble. And the chance halted by the BC defense. Substitutions for North Carolina, including Avon Alvarez back in after that head-to-head collision on a 50-50 earlier.
Except this time, Avon Alvarez is slotting into that midfield role, that defensive center mid position, where she's going to be asked to control a little bit of the tempo and get on the ball and change the point.
Freshman Riley Kennedy also now on for North Carolina. Ellie Slinsky and Mila Lee take the field for Boston College for the first time. Olmark's pass smothered by the Eagles. And it will go to BC.
The game has certainly slowed down a little bit, and this is a time for both teams to be incredibly patient in possession. They should be really thoughtful about how they're playing those probing passes, and if they can bounce it off the midfield to just draw out space, then they can attack seam two, and seam two is the area in between the back line and the midfield, and that's where you're going to have a lot of opportunity creation, because it's the space where you can run at the back line and play in through passes.
Bombed pass by Boston College, and a foul reverts it. Quick giveaway by North Carolina. Mara Down toward the end line, the cross from Lee. And North Carolina takes it away and clears it out.
The play was read well by Belligatino just to see the cutback pass and intercept it. I think instead of clearing it, can she find feet just so Carolina can head the other way in transition?
Thomas, additional pressure for North Carolina, and it goes off the end line. So this will be a corner for Boston College. It feels, Brianna, like that's kind of been the issue for both teams, or an issue for both teams. Not able to really take it away and then maintain possession with some momentum. There haven't been quality counterattacks.
As soon as you win the ball is the most likely time that you're going to lose it, because the pressure is right there. You're in close proximity to the opposition, so you've got to have your head on a swivel to know where the open man is.
Thomas was first to it with her head for North Carolina, and the Tar Heels able to clear it out. Yeah, so it's been a lot of that. Give it away, take it right back for both teams. This one a bit of a bungled clearance possession by Boston College. Somehow they come away cleanly. Georgina Clark forwards a pass to the midfield. North Carolina back with it. Allmark across. Munson against Mara, steps inside of her and draws enough contact for a whistle.
Just a great move by Munson to take a small touch inside and then the outside touch of separation right here. It's a little bait touch just to create the separation to look for a shot or a pass in behind. But this is prime real estate for Carolina to look to serve the box or even to shoot.
So this is just outside of the box.
It looks to be Olivia Thomas that will stand over top this free kick, and this is almost exactly where she hit the game-winning goal in the 23rd national title for Carolina. I could see her trying to touch it and hit it to the back post.
It's tapped. Thomas fires it and gets North Carolina on the board.
It doesn't get better than this. She hits it so cleanly. Absolute rocket to the upper far-hand corner. Olivia Thomas, what a strike. Just the way it bends away from the goalkeepers. She can do absolutely nothing about that. Olivia should be in goal. Olivia Thomas is someone that Carolina has depended on all season long, and she showed up big with her 10th goal of the season.
It's a team high. And it's the first goal surrendered by Boston College in nearly 300 minutes of soccer. So the Tar Heels with the lead. That will certainly change the approach for both sides in this one. And now a takeaway for North Carolina. Forwarded for Faasse, who was offside. So close to an opportunity to make this 2-0.
Carolina is definitely going to thrive off of that energy from that first goal and continue to push, especially with 6 minutes remaining in the half.
+400 minutes consecutively without surrendering a goal for Boston College. North Carolina has broken through.
So here is an opportunity for Belligatino to find feet, because she's driving into pressure and there's 6 players around. So you've got to slow your feet, pick up your head, and find feet so that Carolina can retain possession.
Olmark a takeaway, has it knocked away from her. Gets it right back, nice pass, grounded shot, stopped, and cleared out by Lowenberg. Well, it's interesting. In some ways, you maybe would have thought North Carolina, after getting that first goal, kind of pull back the reins a little bit. It's almost as if they've become more aggressive.
I think they're becoming more aggressive because, again, this is a must-win game for them in conference play, and you don't want to be complacent because BC has been good, especially on this right side. They've been attacking and showing a little bit of combination play and serving the box. So Carolina has to continue pushing forward and look for that second goal if they want to get out cleanly tonight.
The Mara-Munson matchup again sends it out. Olivia Thomas, the extra pressure again for North Carolina. Causes some problems at the top of the box. Poulin with space. Into that corner, Mara. The cross, headed away. And Munson clears it a short distance. No one quite close enough to it for Boston College, and now it goes out. That was last touched by Olmark of North Carolina, and a stoppage for some substitutions. Aries Freifeld enters for the first time tonight for North Carolina, and will give Olivia Thomas a breather. Thomas's goal, the 10th of the season. The difference in this one, 1-0 North Carolina. Taylor Goldthwait, the Wake Forest transfer, has it taken away. Now ahead to Kate Faasse, and it was just a bit too strong of a touch.
That was the right look from Aries Freifeld, just to play directly in behind, because Kate Faasse is looking to make that run and off the back shoulder. She's been a little quiet tonight, but I know she's pushing to find another goal.
Faasse almost had the takeaway, now pressuring. Good touch on the header by Alvarez to get it to Olmark. 2 minutes until the half. It'll stop and slow down for North Carolina here.
Carolina is going to look to serve the box here, but they just have to be extra diligent about sealing the box and making sure that Boston College, if they win it, aren't able to transition going the other way.
Gattino, way long, and it's out.
Just the hand up, knowing that she was aiming for the top of the six to see if they could get someone on the end of the service, but well overhit.
25 seconds left in the half. Time winding down. Coutinho, good defensive play, perhaps the final of the half. Munson on the run, though, and draws a whistle.
Just a good bit of play from Carolina. I think there was
by Boston College after 400-plus consecutive minutes. But both teams remained aggressive on the attack after that. And North Carolina trying to find Olivia Thomas early in that first possession. Georgina Clark in traffic. Has it ricochet out of bounds. Tar Heels with a takeaway.
We're seeing Avon Alvarez slot back into that center back role, so there are a couple of changes after half. But how cool it was for the Mara family just to see both their daughters on the field at the same time.
And we've seen a lot of Emily Mara, number 4 for Boston College, as a result of that Avon Alvarez injury that had her off the pitch for a bit in the first half. Caitlin Mara of North Carolina was in. Ashley Roberts has it knocked away, so back to North Carolina. Taken away Baylor Goldthwait. The Wake Forest transfer was a substitution in the first half, remains in for Boston College to begin the second half. Alvarez trying to forward it to Thomas. Good defense. Takes it back for Boston College. Roberts having to wait just a little bit. Goldthwait for Mara. Alvarez taps it away. And North Carolina able to truly clear it. So not quite as turbo speed as we maybe saw after the opening whistle.
But it looks like BC is trying to maintain a little bit of possession and get good pressure on the ball so that they can force turnovers, especially in that midfield.
Take away Tar Heels. Up for Faasse, who's not there. Tapped Thomas. Long dribble in front. And it is cleared out.
Lowenberg has been awesome tonight. She's been everywhere, making sure she's covering for teammates, making those last-ditch tackles.
The throw-in goes to Lowenberg, the only senior in the lineup for Boston College. North Carolina with a long try. Olmark skies it.
In this half, we're seeing Olmark a little bit deeper so that she can get the ball facing forward. In the first half, we were seeing a lot of her with back to pressure, trying to link up with the players underneath her, but perhaps this will open up a little bit more chances for her to get shots from distance or combine with teammates around the box.
Olmark assisted that Olivia Thomas goal in the first half. It's her 7th assist, a team high. So what are you seeing from North Carolina so far to begin the second half? Any obvious adjustments made by them?
They're in a 4-2-3-1, and we were seeing a little bit more of a 4-3-3 in the first half, but with Kate Faasse in more of a central role, it'll give her better quality looks at goal because she was off to this right side, so it appears that Linda Olmark and Kate Faasse have switched.
North Carolina still applying the pressure at the top of the formation, though. That is a mainstay. Back for Goldthwaite. Nice touch by Lowenberg between defenders. Pushes it ahead, intended for Mara. Goes all the way out. Johan distributes. Olmark now with it, trying to advance. Thomas by Poulin. Cross is knocked away and off the end line. Corner kick, North Carolina.
Wonderful individual defensive effort from Poulin just to stay with Thomas, because Thomas's acceleration, especially on the dribble, is second to none. She's able to create her space for herself, whether that's on the dribble or with runs off the ball, and this is another good chance for Carolina to serve the box with a corner kick.
It's the first corner kick of the night for North Carolina. Tessa Della Rose with her left lofts it in, and it's headed out. I believe that was Mara that went up with Alvarez to get it out of the box for Boston College. Another opportunity for North Carolina, and Lowenberg that time sent it out of bounds, again off the end line, again a North Carolina corner.
I like that footwork from Malsom, just to have the soul rolled into a touch of separation so that she can serve that near post, but it was cleared well by Lowenberg, and Carolina has their second corner kick.
Della Rose again to the far side, header sent far right.
Looked to be a clear target in Kate Faasse, and she had the right idea to redirect it back to that near post, but just misses it out wide. Carolina seems to be more aggressive here as they're building more chances in the attacking half.
Fortunate couple of bounces for Boston College. Now a sidestep. Lauren Malsom passes ahead, and Faasse didn't see it. And Ashley Roberts can't run it down out of bounds. Interesting, Malsom's name has come up a couple of times to start the second half. Not one we called a lot in the first half, coming off of her first career brace. An impressive young freshman.
Malsom has done an exceptional job, and she's someone who should actually be a senior in high school, but she reclassed and has offered a lot for Carolina this season.
A look ahead for Kate Faasse against the senior Lowenberg. Centers it back up. Ashley Penny touches to the left. De La Rose gives away. Hope Munson with the cross. Faasse was there, but it sailed over her attempts.
Hope Munson down that left side, and she's able to just flick the ball to that back post, but the timing of the run was off. I think there was a moment for Kate Faasse to push off the defender and then create a little bit of space for herself, just so she can redirect the ball down and across the frame. Moments like that happen really quickly, so it's hard to execute perfectly, but you have to kind of evaluate where they can serve the box and get it as close to you as possible.
Back to North Carolina. Bella Devi tried to dribble through a few defenders there. She's got it back top of the box and strikes it right into Georgina Clark. So Boston College with the takeaway, but the long ball headed by Alvarez and ultimately won by North Carolina. Devi out front. Faasse trying to stay with it.
I like that L run from Faasse. She timed her run and it was inside out to Devi. Wasn't able to keep it, but right idea just to get in behind there.
And BC having a really hard time maintaining possession on clearances. So back to North Carolina there. Just a fortunate deflection for the Eagles.
Especially when Boston College is so deep in their half, a good way to retain possession is by getting the ball in quickly, because once Carolina gets set, they're going to use the flank to pressure the ball on the sideline and try and win it back.
And there's a pass that goes right to the defender, De La Rose. So again, back to North Carolina. Gattino, grounded pass, one touch. Faasse to Olmark, tap toward the end line. The cross is tapped up into the air, and Shippey reels it in.
That sequence looked like it was straight off the training ground. Well-weighted pass from Bella Gattino into Kate Faasse. We'll have another look at it, but Kate Faasse lays it off, and then it's Olmark that hits it into Devi. The service was hit out of bounds for another corner kick for the Tar Heels.
More opportunity for North Carolina. De La Rose low-lying off of the corner kick. At Thomas's feet, back up. Olmark skips it, not quite all the way through, and Thomas with an attempt that misses right.
From the press box, you could kind of feel Olivia Thomas's eyes get wide, ready to absolutely smack the ball. It pops out again for her, and this time she's facing the goal. This strike from distance is cleared, and here's Thomas ready to hit it right off the half volley, but mishits it, goes wide, and it's out for a goal kick in favor of Boston College.
It's been a tense handful of minutes for Boston College's defense. But we've given them appropriate praise for what they've done this season, because when they need to, they can really pack it in and make it difficult to find open space.
I think their defensive effort has actually been pretty good tonight, because they've had so many big-time blocks and good positioning out of possession.
Sophie Reel trying to get a shot attempt. She had the only shot on goal for Boston College in the first half, and is their leading scorer on the season. But North Carolina that time recovering nicely with their defense.
The opening 15 minutes have gone by in the second half, and Carolina has certainly been pushing for that second goal, but Boston College needs to increase the intensity both defensively and offensively so they can look to find that equalizer.
Boston College head coach Chris Watkins getting an explanation. Pulling some nice defense to take it away from Olivia Thomas, and then the foul on Thomas. So Boston College with possession. And maybe a chance to get it out of their own half for the first time in a while.
There's been a long spurt of time for Boston College where they're defending their own half, but I think they need to keep possession and just a little bit better, because there have been a lot of turnovers with errant passes or miscues in the run and the pass that they're playing. So if they can be patient in possession, know where they're trying to go, and make sure that they work off the ball to be an option for one another, it'll help them sustain more of an attack.
BC managing to maintain possession, but North Carolina pressure obvious. And Olivia Thomas heads it away and out.
Now that Boston College is so deep in Carolina's defensive half, they have to make sure that they seal the attacking third. And the ways they do that is by positioning players strategically underneath the ball so that if it is poked out or cleared, Boston College can be first to it.
And the throw-in grounded, giving North Carolina a chance. Della Rose takes it away, passes ahead.
That last moment was a good bit of play with Boston College winning the ball back after getting dispossessed there for a moment.
Bella Douglas forward to Roberts. She's being pushed back. Bella Devi on her hip the entire time there. Lowenberg back to the goalkeeper, Shippey. Pass run down by Ashley Penny, back to North Carolina.
Coach Nahas talked about Ashley Penny and her heat map and how she's all over the field, both offensively and defensively, making an impact. And that was a great example of her work rate, just to get behind the ball, win it back, and help Carolina go the other way.
Yeah, he specifically mentioned how valuable Penny has been in Della Rose's absence. There's Olivia Thomas just outside the box and dribbles into a takeaway. Georgina Clark tried to clear it and maybe push it ahead for Boston College. Coutinho pulls back the reins, nowhere else to go. A chip into the box, and Malsom has it knocked away. Devi unable to find space. So the shots advantage here in the second half lies pretty comfortably with North Carolina. They've been the aggressors so far since halftime, 1-0. Olivia Thomas with her 10th goal of the season in the first half, 39th minute.
Thomas's goal relieved a lot of pressure for the Tar Heels. They've been a little bit more patient here in the second half, knowing that they don't have to take every opportunity to try and get a look on goal, but I think they're trying to be more thoughtful of changing the point, getting more players on the ball, and advancing more numbers on top of the box.
Ashley Roberts called for the foul, which keeps it with North Carolina. De La Rose down for Thomas. Can't quite keep it in. Mila Lee re-enters. She was a sub in the first half. She'll grab Sophie Reel. So Boston College's leading scorer for the season not currently on the pitch. Long pass ahead. Bella Douglas clears it away.
When Boston College has one possession, it's kind of a desperate effort just to send it forward, and fatigue is starting to set in with 25 minutes left to play in the second half.
North Carolina maybe trying to take advantage of that and send a long ball of their own.
Earlier in the first half, you were seeing moments like that on the throw-in where BC would swarm the ball and have just a higher intensity defensive work rate, and it sort of petered off in the second half.
De La Rose, good find ahead. Omar trying to get away from a defender. Back passes to Ashley Penny. Debbie trying to pass deep. Should be out just in case.
Debbie makes a good run inside, and I think she finds herself in a lot of space on top of the box. Obviously, it was a miscue. She was looking for the slip pass, but I think here she can be a little bit more selfish and have a shot on goal, because she strikes the ball well, as we saw in the first half with the shot that went off the crossbar.
Mara spins away and then has it knocked away. Johan out from her line.
A really good turn from Mara just to spin Munson, but there wasn't much movement up top where she could find someone to connect with.
Georgina Clark with a little bit of daylight. Now it's to Mara in the corner. And knocked away out of bounds for a corner kick. Though Mara looks a bit shaken up.
Mara has been the player of the game so far for Boston College, because she has that never quit attitude where she's giving everything defensively and offensively, going at people 1v1, trying to create something for her team. This matchup has been fun to watch on that right-hand side.
So Mara comes off for the corner here. So Hannah Spencer is in, the freshman from Houston, entering for the first time tonight. Roberts is going to take another swing at this corner. Headed low and somehow off of the line, then shot back in for the Boston College goal. They tie it with 22.5 minutes to go.
That's Georgina Clark with the finish, but it's an outswinging ball and it's kept alive. A little bit of a scramble, but Georgina Clark is able to hit it into the back of the net with the outside of her foot. Just a quick reaction, right time, right place. But this comes from the positioning on that set piece where Boston College surrounded the goalkeeper in Hannah Johan, and that traffic in front of goal made it incredibly difficult for Carolina to clear. We talked about you don't want to be complacent in this first and now second half. Carolina got that early goal, but they've been pushing. Hasn't much been that's come from it. But now it's going to light a fire under Carolina to look for another one, and it gives BC that life that they've been looking for to get back into this game.
Another late goal given up by North Carolina. This time it ties it. First goal of the season for Georgina Clark.
If you look at the bench for Boston College, everyone's on their feet. They celebrated with Georgina Clark notching her first goal. It's such an important time in their season.
Tar Heels get it to Kate Faasse. Now Lauren Malsom, coming off of 2 goals in the loss against Notre Dame the last time out for the Tar Heels. Crosses it over, looking for Olmark, and gets it right back. Pokes it into some space. Inlet pass, skips away. And a nice touch by Ashley Roberts. Some crisp passing by Boston College now.
And just like that, that goal gives Boston College exactly what you need just to be in this game and get numbers forward. The quality of their passes and the movement off the ball has increased dramatically.
And Goldthwaite passes between a couple of defenders. So North Carolina able to clear it out. Good hesitation by Bella Douglas. Avoids the contact on an Olmark tackle attempt, but Olmark stays with it and gets the takeaway.
This is the deepest we've seen Carolina in their own half, with all 11 numbers behind the ball.
The pass goes right to Thomas. Long ball forward. And Devi lost her footing. Cross for North Carolina, headed away. Thomas from way out was trying something. Knocked away in Boston College now with a counter opportunity. Roberts to North Carolina's Alvarez. Well, that goal tied the game and put this thing in a pressure cooker.
We talked about a little bit of frenetic play from Carolina, and I think that certainly makes them uneasy because now they have to push. This is a must-win match for both teams.
Faasse touches it over to Penny, who sends it high.
I like this link we're seeing between Gattino and Faasse. Since Fosse's been in that central role, Gattino's been able to hit in a driven ball on the ground that Fosse's able to control and lay off to a player underneath her. This time it was Ashley Penny who created a little bit of separation, but the shot wasn't there. She hits it on the underside of the ball, and it sails well over the bar.
And now some substitutions. You saw Emily Mara re-enter for Boston College. Riley Kennedy is now on for North Carolina. Brianna, you called Mara the best player of the match so far for Boston College prior to her exiting. So now she's got fresher legs.
Giving her that break is going to allow her to push forward for the remaining 18 minutes of the match, but I believe in that corner kick for Boston College, that was Mara on that right side that initiated the play and gave them the opportunity to get so far up the field and then also serve the box, and Boston College made the most of it.
Olmark chips it. It rolls out, tapped away by Devi. That regains it for North Carolina. Olmark's cross headed. And Kate Faasse, thankfully, is back up.
Just a little bit of shoulder-to-shoulder contact. And Kate Faasse gets the worst end of it. Sophia Lowenberg offering a little bit of physicality that we've seen from her all night. Has done such a good job just to be a defensive stalwart for the Eagles.
Amalia Dre gives it to Douglas, gets it back. Looking for Mila Lee ahead. Olmark turns upfield, her pass. Goes back to BC, but only briefly. Mara tightrope walking. Keeps it in, and Gattino boulders in. Quick movement for Boston College. Mara against Devi, and Devi knocks it out.
Mara didn't see a way to get around Devi, but knocking it out for another throw-in allows Boston College to continue to get their numbers up and potentially throw this on the outskirts of the attacking box.
Mara's cross to Roberts, cleared. Douglas again goes to Mara on the throw-in. She lost her defender, and it's out on the end line. So another BC corner coming up.
It was an interesting moment for Bella Devi to go down and stop playing because Mero is driving on that end line, looking to create something for her team.
Roberts, another corner. Headed, and it goes right. They got what they wanted there.
Excellent service on the corner kick. But Lydia Poulin has been really, really good for Boston College Eagles. She's been so aggressive defensively, and we see her getting involved on those set pieces as well.
Sophie Reel recently back into the game. The leading scorer on the season for Boston College forces the issue and gets another corner kick for the Eagles.
As for Carolina, they have to step up big and make sure that everyone's on their toes, ready to be first to the ball. And then if they are too first to the ball, they have to secure possession so they can get out of their own defensive box.
The service, Gattino clears it out for North Carolina, but another chance for Boston College. Eliminated by Ashley Penny. Hard tackle. North Carolina remains on the defensive.
All numbers are behind the ball for North Carolina. One thing to be aware of is Sophie Reel at the top of the box. So Carolina will have to step if the ball is played in that central area.
Roberts over top. The service headed away. Again, Gattino. Under 12 to play. We'll see if North Carolina can get an opportunity of their own. It was skimmed. Faasse centers it. And it's saved by Shippey. It skipped out for Olivia Thomas. A ripe opportunity, and North Carolina cannot capitalize.
What a ball from Bella Gattino. It's misplayed by the defender on Boston College. Kate Faasse makes a completely unselfish play to lay it back. It pops out to Olivia Thomas, who tries to go to that near post, but I'm thinking if she gets this opportunity again, she's got to go back to the far post, because look how much traffic there was in and around that near post.
So the foul called here, it is under review. So maybe the Thomas shot will be negated, and this will be a huge opportunity for North Carolina. So the call on the field in real time, no foul.
This could be a pivotal moment for this game if it is in fact ruled a penalty. But again, Kate Faasse lays it back. There's a trailing runner trying to hit it first time. That's Riley Kennedy. You can see this collision, intent to get the ball. Doesn't look like she gets it, and to me that's a little bit of obstruction, and I actually do believe that this will be ruled a penalty kick.
Well, that would be momentous for North Carolina. Explanation for both coaches, so a determination has been made.
They opted to keep it as a corner kick, but perhaps the explanation was that the ball was not in the possession of Kennedy, and neither of them got contact with the ball and kind of collided into each other. And because they did play on, there was a fair shot for Olivia Thomas, so the call stands, and Carolina will have another corner kick.
Either way, favorable opportunity for the Tar Heels. It is Tessa Della Rose. Shippey went up and gripped it with two hands in traffic. Della Rose wills possession back to North Carolina. Looking for Olmark. Too strong on the pass. Mara. And Olmark fights through. Crosses from the corner. Oh, and BC escaped a scary situation there.
Even the clearance that kind of went horizontal.
Yeah.
They didn't expect it to go to a teammate, but they managed to get out.
With the right bounce, that lands right at Olivia Thomas's feet at point-blank range. Debbie stops her momentum, centers it up. Della Rose to the outside. Munson just outside of the box. Low cross, has it sent right back. Munson for Faasse, the strike, and it's in! And North Carolina is back in front.
You could feel the energy start to shift. This is Hope Munson dropping it back to Kate Faasse, who finds herself in the corner of the box, and she makes no mistake, hits it cleanly to the back post, giving Carolina the 2-1 lead with 10 minutes left to play.
Sixth goal of the year for Kate Faasse, the Herman Trophy Award winner a season ago.
Carolina has certainly depended on their two leading goal scorers in Kate Faasse and Olivia Thomas, who now have 10 goals on the season. It's really impressive what they've been able to do, how well they've done with finishing and creating shot opportunities for one another. You could just see how Carolina continued to push forward to find that go-ahead goal.
And the two that they have, beginning with Thomas's in the 39th minute, I mean, two of the more impressive quality shots you'll see. And this one just rolls across the goal line.
But Sophie Reel rolling her defender in Avon Alvarez and tries to have an attempt to hit it across her body. I do think she was aiming to shoot it on frame, but it ended up being a dangerous ball that a trailing runner could have been on the backside for.
So it's a goal kick for Johan. Now 9 minutes remaining. North Carolina very recently out in front. Thomas being blocked out by Amalia Dre.
It's ruled a foul on Thomas just for a little bit of grabbing on the jersey, but this is the right idea as Carolina continues to push forward. Bella Gattino knows the strengths of Thomas to get in behind on that back shoulder with the runs.
Long pass looking for real. Johan out to get it from the net.
Good positioning from Johan just to be so far off her line so she can go claim the ball. Because Avon Alvarez was there tracking just to make sure that Johan had a clear path to pick up the ball.
Munson finds some space, trying to find Thomas out front. And Munson maybe laughing off some cramping.
The cramping is never fun, but Munson has been so active on that flank. Just the way she's been tracking back at high speeds and then also getting in the attack. We saw it on Kate Faasse's goal where she goes 1v1 and drops it back for Kate Faasse to finish. Just an excellent performance tonight from Hope Munson.
And as you mentioned, she's covered a ton of ground from the back of the formation, working her way up top in attacking situations. She'll be replaced by Caitlin Mara.
Avon Alvarez slides out to the outside back position.
Hallmark around to treble, skips it ahead. Thomas with her left to the crossbar, and it's headed in. 2-goal lead for North Carolina. A second for Kate Faasse.
Just an excellent bit of service, an in-swinging ball with the left foot for Thomas, and Kate Faasse's on that back post, ready to head it home, and she does just that, giving Carolina a 2-goal advantage. We haven't seen them connect much at all. They've both been such electric goal scorers for the Tar Heels, but as they progress throughout this ACC play, it will be up to Kate Faasse and Olivia Thomas to look for each other because they offset each other. They're both so dangerous, and defenses have to be worried about where they are at all times. So if they can look to find each other off the ball and create goal scoring opportunities, they are going to have a field day together.
North Carolina not really slowing up after their third goal of the night, looking for Thomas. It's the third brace of the season for Kate Faasse. the box, headed by Faasse down into the corner, and Mera touches it out. Boston College possession.
I think Carolina can take a lot out of this game. Just the fact that they went up a goal, didn't really find a ton of clear goal-scoring opportunities, conceded a goal, and then have now found their stride late in the second half. This is the type of build that Carolina has been looking to achieve in this ACC play.
Devi the cross, just a bit long for Malsom pursuing it. Still with North Carolina, Tar Heels staying with it. Devi, and it is parried above the crossbar by Olivia Shippey.
Bella Devi had such a unique ability to be dribbling horizontally and then hitting it with her left foot with texture. It's definitely bending back toward that near post and forces a save from Shippey.
It's a corner for North Carolina. Olmark will take it. Low line drive. Faasse runs it down and maintains possession. Here's Olmark. Centers it up. Couple of chances to corral it for North Carolina, but Boston College clears. So as far as takeaways are concerned, of course, assuming this holds for North Carolina, resilience has to be one of the main ones.
I mean, Carolina, even in their losses that they've had in other games, they've demonstrated the ability to score. So it's about tightening up defensively and making sure they're not conceding those silly chances or looks on frame. But Carolina is definitely going to grow from this game because that resilience that you mentioned is what willed them forward. They didn't become too flustered even when the game was equalized, but they continue to work together and look for shots from deep and also get more and more numbers in the attack. And I think that's when Carolina had their best looks because they were putting Boston College under so much pressure in that back line.
Some time wasted down in the corner. Thomas boxing out. Across to Gattino. Olmark. Around defenders. Back out. You see the takeaway. A push ahead, but Roberts can't catch up to it. Nearing a minute left. Riley Kennedy on a run for North Carolina. Too far out in front for Thomas. Goal kick, Boston College. Resilience won. What else stands out?
I think Just their will to continue going forward and do so with numbers. It wasn't an individual attack. They were trying to combine and look for each other, and so many players were involved in the 3 goals that Carolina had scored tonight. So I think they can be proud of the effort that, especially that they had in the second half, because they sealed the box well. They served the box well as well. And then they also sustained possession and tired out Boston College, because Boston College, even though they did find that equalizer, they were a little bit worn out for large stretches of the second half.
Belladevi into some space and misses wide. Yeah, you pointed to earlier in this second half the obvious fatigue by Boston College, and it became clear at that point that North Carolina was going to try to take advantage of that. They did. Their stars showed up. Olivia Thomas with a goal, her 10th of the season. Goals 6 and 7 for Kate Faasse on the year, and it's a 3-1 victory for North